in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. CGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Jets at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And good space to operate there as he takes his time inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Hurts. He gets this out to Spiller. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there, Neil.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but his defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Levante David in on the tackle.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got Allen. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lawson, how do you do as he gets in there for the sack?
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
This is taken at the 18. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Hold it ready. 60 vices, 60 vices.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Hurts. Caught by Allen. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's Hurts to throw. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting into your... They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Hurts his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Hurts fumbles it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 35. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their...
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 15-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, and they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a